What's going on, guys? I am here at the Intel Global Summit Convention to talk with some startups about what they're doing to help change some of the industries of today. Let's go take a look.
Chris Pirillo here. Even though I wasn't able to attend the Global Summit, I'm very, very glad that Intel Capital announced that they had invested $62 million to 16 technology companies. They're funding the future. I'm grateful that John had the opportunity to share this story with everybody here, including myself. Interesting to note here is that the companies receiving the funding are targeting a variety of segments from wearables and the Internet of Things to big data analytics and everything in between. What all these companies have in common, and what Intel Capital tell me they're looking for, is that they're using technology to disrupt the status quo.
I'm now here with Dr. Ernest Eron from PrecisionHawk. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and about PrecisionHawk?
My background is was actually in intelligent robotics for space exploration. My focus was in putting as much intelligence into machines as possible to let them do what they're good at and let humans do what we're good at. And then after I graduated, I started to see that the same technology could apply very, very readily in unmanned aircraft and things like that. When PrecisionHawk started, we were focused on viticulture, actually protecting wine grapes from pest birds. And we did a really good job with that, but the key element in that was actually having payloads inside the bird that would also be imaging the vines and giving farmers a bird's eye view of the status of their crops. And once we started going down that path and with a focus on information, general agriculture, the needs from general agriculture exploded, and we've been racing to keep up ever since. So
how does something like this work?
Well, I mean, the focus really is in making a system that anyone can use with a minimal amount of training. We work with researchers, with farmers, and they don't want to have to be pilots. They don't want to have to, be highly trained operators. So the idea being that, the system is smart enough that you throw it up. It's like throwing a big paper airplane. It gets to altitude and figures out the best way to survey what you're looking for. It intelligently collects all the data, and then it comes back and lands. And it does this all without you having to touch it, control it, or dictate it. It figures out everything. If there's any problems, it comes back and lands. The idea being that it doesn't come down until it's got the data that it needs.
Now, can you give us a real quick example of how this would work in the real world?
Sure. Imagine that you are a farmer with 500 acres of mature corn and a bad hailstorm came through the night before.
I'm not, but I am today.
Imagine you are. That's right. And I don't know if you've ever walked through mature corn, but once you go into those 8-foot tall stalks, it's impossible to see anything. You're certainly, not trying to assess field damage. You're having a hard enough time figuring out where you are. And so traditionally, what they've done is they've negotiated the farmers and the insurance agents based on the severity of the storm, past experience, and what they can see from the bed of a pickup truck. But now what they can do is they can toss up a bird like this. It can intelligently survey the area and report back the exact amount of damage for the claim. So, right away, they've got the data they need to make an assessment and issue a check. The farmer can, go on and recover from the storm, and the agent can go on and help other farmers who've been affected.
That is Dr. Ernest from PrecisionHawk. Thank you for your time. And also, I hear that you're a real rocket scientist. At least that's what I got in my email.
Well, that's what they tell me, yes.
It's on the internet. It's got to be true. Yeah. This is the Glyph, and to tell us a little bit more about this, I have York and Grant from Avegant.
Yes, my name is York Tevis. I'm the CEO of Avegant. I joined the company 2 months ago. And I'm very excited to be here. We just closed a financing round today.
And I'm Grant Martin. I'm the head of marketing for the company. I've been with them since the very beginning. Orchestrated the Kickstarter campaign. I've done a lot of the early stage marketing for the company.
So there are some things on the table. What are they? How do they work? What do they do?
Yeah, this is the Glyph. That's the product we're developing. It is a headphone with video. So we brought video to headphones. So in that headphone, we have embedded our video display technology. It's a near-eye technology. So I can wear the Glyph on my head as a regular headphone. And I can turn it into a video display device by just moving down the headband. And now I can watch video on my device.
Now, there's a lot of VR on the market today. A lot of companies are trying it. What are you guys doing that makes it different? How does this communicate differently with technology?
Well, I mean, so there are a lot of near-eye displays approaching the market right now, and a lot of them are facing virtual reality, which is this device, or which is this display that kind of wraps around your head. It's fully immersive and it blocks everything out. What we're trying to do with the Glyph is really create this premium mobile media experience. So people like you and me who ride the train, sit at the dentist's office and stare at our YouTube screens, and who are just watching content on our phones, really want this enhanced premium experience. This device is made to create this crisp, large screen right in front of you, but also give you situational awareness. So you can see above and below the visor, you can see your hands, you can see your keyboard if you're typing, etc. And it allows you to really flip the visor up if you want to just go back into audio mode, walk to work, etc., and like experience this thing. It's just an audio mode instead of just video.
So you both made the huge mistake of allowing me to demo this. So what kind of demos are we going to be seeing, Grant?
Well, we have a range of prototypes right now in front of us. This right here is the alpha prototype. It's something that we used to raise money in Kickstarter earlier this year. But since then, we've really continued our developmental pathway on a few different prototype levels. What's in front of me right here is what we call our works-like prototype, which is how the ultimate product that we deliver is going to work. It should deliver the optical experience that you'd get in the final deliverable part. The outside is just an engineering shell. So basically, what we're going to do over the next year is merge this optical experience with the final industrial design, which we're going to announce at CES this year, and that'll be the final deliverable product.
All right, so right off the bat, I understand you guys can't see what I'm seeing, and I can't even see you, so there, it's even. It looks like I'm in a movie theater, and all the seats are empty. So it doesn't look like I'm in the movie. If any one of you are thinking, oh, it's VR, so you're in the movie, that's not it. It looks like I'm in a movie theater, and it's giving me a much larger viewing experience. Like I said, literally like I'm in a movie theater.
So there are a couple other demos we can do as well. Let me go back to the home screen, and I mean, like you could download Grand Theft Auto, for example. I'll pull up Grand Theft Auto San Andreas here, and we've got.
I just heard some sick beatsies.
We've got a Bluetooth controller right here, so just automatic wireless low energy Bluetooth controller here. It allows you to pull up Grand Theft Auto and just play wirelessly with this controller. Give it a try.
All right. I am terrible at anything Grand Theft Auto related. How do I back up? Oh,
there you go.
I think I just did it. Okay, my main goal is just not to run over anyone.
Yeah, you're
and I think I'm yelling. Am I yelling? I can't hear anything. I'm just yelling. Oh, well, all right. Now, again, that was just like I was playing a game in a movie theater. But I think what people are going to be wondering now, this is not what consumers would get. This is not the end product.
Right. I mean, effectively, this is what we call our works-like prototype. It's just a proof of concept to show what the optical experience is going to be like. Ultimately, what we deliver is going to be revealed in design at CES this year. And then prototypes showing that design plus this technology are going to be ready around February or March of next year.
Now, I will say that after trying this, it's a bit heavy, but then they also allowed me to try this on, which is much more consumer friendly, and it was tremendously more comfortable than this thing, which is why I'm glad this is not for consumers, because I wouldn't want to be like, this is great, but this is 10 pounds. Right. So this is a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, the final product is going to be between 12 and 14 ounces.
Awesome. Well, I thank you for your time. It was nice meeting you, Grant and York.
Thank you.
I then talked with Shubham Banerjee from Braigo Labs. He's 13 years old in 8th grade, and he's made a Braille printer.
So I'm Shubham Banerjee. I'm 13 years old, as he said. I'm the founder of the company Braigo Labs, Inc., and what I have here with me today is a Braille printer made from Intel's new chip called Edison.
Technology is moving at such a rapid pace, and honestly, it's amazing that we have so many cool gadgets and gizmos, but there's a difference between cool and something that can actually transform lives. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to make this a reality.
After I built 1.0, I got a lot of positive feedback and reception, so I incorporated all that feedback into one big project, and I came up with this.
Shubham, you're only 13 years old, and you've already created something incredible. What's next for you? What's next for Braigo Labs?
Moving forward, the company, after getting funding, we're planning on getting more funding so I can take this even further. So, just getting the company all set, manufacturing this, and made in the USA, obviously, and yeah.
Now here with Henry Hobie Wedler, the advisor for Braigo Labs. Now you are totally blind. And this is obviously not the very first Braille printer, but what makes this one different from what we've already seen?
Well, I'll tell you, most Braille printers are upwards of $2,000 and more money, which is very expensive, and for a lot of people is very cost prohibitive. They're good printers. I mean, when you pay that much, you're getting something of quality, but they're very heavy and they, take a long time, and they're usually very loud. So this is a device that looks like a standard print printer, sounds a lot like a standard print printer, is about the weight of a standard print printer, 3 pounds, but it produces very good Braille. And that is something that is unheard of thus far, is to have a perfectly good Braille printer that is small, inexpensive, and portable. The fact that Schubaum is planning to produce this for $500 or under is absolutely remarkable, and I've worked a lot with him on the development of the printer, and I'm confident that he can do it.
Today was an amazing experience, and it was a pleasure talking with so many companies about how they are furthering technology and making an impact in the industry. And of course, we have to thank Intel Capital for sponsoring this video and giving us the opportunity to share these companies' stories.